I'm going to demonstrate how to style your shelves. So I've got two different setups back here behind me that I'll unveil here in just a minute. And then this side will be the before. So we'll walk through kind of the what not to do with your bookshelves, or if it looks like this and you want it to look like the after, how we're going to go from one to the other. I thought that would be the easiest way to demonstrate it for you. And know that even though I'm talking about built-in bookcases, this applies to freestanding bookshelves. It applies to floating shelves on a wall. And these concepts also can help you when it comes to styling your console tables. So don't feel like you're just pigeonholed into built-ins, because that's what I'm demonstrating on. These concepts can really free flow into all areas of your home and kind of hard surfaces where you might be displaying items. Shelves and tabletops have two main purposes. The first being storage, which is the function of a furniture piece. So you may want to be storing things on there, but then additionally, the beauty part of its purpose is to display items. So we're going to talk about both of those concepts tonight as well. So here we go. I'll unroll the before side for you. I wish I had someone here who could do a drum roll for me, but alas, I don't. All right, so take a good look at this stuff. We have a lot going on over here. Excuse me. So the basic way to describe this section of the shelving is just overcrowded. It's overloaded with stuff. Sometimes, it can be even hard to decipher what that stuff is because there's so much happening over here. The items that are being stored are not being stored in a way that is easy to find. If I were to come over here to this bookshelf, I have to leaf through this whole pile of things because it's all cluttered up. I don't know what is what. There's loose papers and things just stuffed in nooks and crannies. That is not helpful when it comes to storing things in an organized way. Any items that may be here for display, they're really getting lost and they're not being displayed at all. They're just sort of shoved up there on the shelf. This had a good go trying to display the photo, but it's just getting lost in the clutter of the binders and the papers and all of the other things on the shelves. Excuse me. And really, you can't tell any definition between any of the groupings. I don't even know, if there was supposed to be a grouping over here. There's no breathing room between items. You just go right into from one thing to the next, and it's just very cluttered and it's very heavy. So now the moment of truth. Does anybody have a bookcase that looks like this? Show of hands. And it's okay if you don't want to out yourself. Most of us probably do have something that looks like this. It's just a bookcase that we just toss everything in there. It overwhelms us to think about trying to change the way that it looks. And so we just don't touch them. Does anybody get some anxiety when they look at this? I know that I do. It stresses me out to no end to walk in and to look at something like this because it's just so busy. I don't know what's over there. And I don't want to deal with it. So it is not my cup of tea. And usually if we have something like this in our home, it's a source of embarrassment. When guests come over, we tend to try to steer them away from the shelves as quickly as possible, or we say, oh, please don't look at that. I'm so sorry, I'm so embarrassed, it's just a mess. Or if it's in an area of the home that they don't have to go in, you just steer them to make sure that they don't go into that space because you're embarrassed of what it looks like. So let's fix that, right? We have an opportunity now, we're in our homes, we have a chance to make everything look a little bit better so that once we're able to gather together in our houses after all of this is over, you will be proud to show off your handiwork and you will no longer be embarrassed by what people see when they come into your homes. So now I'm going to unveil the after side of the built-ins and let you take a look at what we're going to be working towards, and then we're going to walk through it step by step.